From the very last California Warped Tour that there will ever be. It was Vans Warped Tour 18, and it's over now. And I've only been to Warped Tour once, and it was a long time ago. I think I was, oh man, I was like at least 10, 11 years ago. I remember I went with my boyfriend at the time, and we were not prepared at all for the experience. And I remember that we got super sunburned, and we were like searching everywhere for booths that had sunscreen, and we eventually got some, but we got really sunburned. So yeah, so this was my second one and my last one, and Warped Tour is ending their nationwide tours this year, and we went to the one in Ventura, and that was their last California date. So today I saw Taking Back Sunday, who is one of my favorite bands. I really am just like a little emo kid at heart. And so Taking Back Sunday, I saw part of 303, Simple Plan, Every Time I Die, Movements. Who else? I think that's pretty much the only bands that we've watched. And then we kind of just like walked around and took a look at all the booths and everything and the merch. And I went with two of my friends, and tickets were $45, and then I paid an additional $10 to get this little souvenir ticket. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work, but it's like holographic. Do you see that? Like what? What is that magic? It's so cool. So this is souvenir lanyard. It'll be a nice little keepsake. There was parking on site, and there's also a parking garage right by the Ventura Fairgrounds, which is where the event was held. And we heard the parking was insane, so we decided to park, not really, I don't know, it was less than a mile away. It was a few blocks away. And then we just walked over, and we ended up finding free parking, so that was awesome. Security, they just looked in your bag, make sure you didn't have anything crazy, and then for tickets, they literally just took the printout of the ticket, and that's it. They didn't even like scan it or verify that like you bought the ticket and it was like a legitimate ticket copy. They just took the piece of paper and were like, all right, you're good. So like that was weird, but it's also like the last one, so they don't really fucking care anymore. It's just like everyone come party. So it was very, very crowded, and like even if you were trying to watch one stage, the crowd would go all the way back and like past vendor tents because it was so crowded. It was insane. And we got stuck in like a little crowd moment trying to get from one end of the venue to the other, and it was stressful, and it was pretty packed. But other than that, if you stayed away from like the stages where the major bands were performing, it wasn't too bad. You could walk around, look at all the booths and stuff. And then they also have a grassy area where there were food trucks, and everyone was kind of just sitting and hanging out. So everything, I feel like all the food was like $5. So we got a pretzel, $5, churro, $5, shaved ice, $5. Like everything was like $5. It was weird. I didn't end up getting any merch today because I have been spending way too much money. So I have a little list of things that I want, and then I will be ordering merch on the line eventually. But yeah, it was a fun time. There, for the most part, everyone was really nice. Of course, there's like that standard like pushing and shoving when you're in a crowded area, and just I feel like concerts in general, people just kind of like shove people out of the way and like don't really say excuse me or like sorry. It's just kind of like how the atmosphere is kind of what you get. For bathrooms, there were some bathrooms in the fairground buildings, but then they also had a lot of porta potties. The lines for everything was absolutely ridiculous. I waited in line to get shaved ice for like a half an hour, I think. And then the lines for like real food were just like, we weren't even going to try it. It was crazy. So it was just very, very busy, which is understandable because it's the last one. And I think it's really cool that so many people decided to show up, because I know if I were the creators and all these people came to like celebrate like my last event, then I would just be so happy and like so moved that all these people cared so much to come out and just like celebrate the end of an era. So it was kind of cool. It was nice to be a part of. So it was okay overall. I mean, each band also only plays for a half an hour, so that kind of sucks. So you're not, it's good because they had so many bands playing, so you could kind of see like a little bit of everything, but I definitely wish that Taking Back Sunday had a longer set because they're one of my favorites. And we did not stay to see the Used because we were tired. I've already seen the Used twice, so we left before they played. And I would give it probably like a 7.5, just because it was so overcrowded and like the lines were ridiculous and the sound wasn't that great. So it was like, it was kind of like an underwhelming experience and like a slightly disappointing experience, just because I think it was so crowded and because the sound wasn't that great, and in between sets there really wasn't much to like spend your time on. You kind of just like sat around until the next band you wanted to see. But yeah, it was still fun overall. I'm glad that I went. Very glad that I was able to partake in the last one, and it was cool. So obviously I won't be going back next year because it will not exist. So I do think that they are kind of revamping the Warped Tour, and I think it will probably continue in some shape or form, but I think the official Vans Warped Tour is over. But I'm sure there's going to be something similar, and it might not be nationwide. It might only be in a few cities or a few states, but I don't think they're gone forever. So yeah. Alright, well that is it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let's just take a look at this ticket again. How did I do that? What? Like, what? And like, I've seen these where like the holographic stuff where it's like, not holographic, what is this? What is this called? Where it's kind of, it's basically the same picture, but maybe like one little thing changes. Like someone's like not smiling and then they're smiling. Like I've seen those, but like this one, it's like an entirely different scene. Like how? What? Oh yeah, and then there was this lady and she like came up to us and was like, hey, do you guys want free shirts? And I was like, duh, of course, I always want free shit. So she gave us these shirts. It's actually pretty cute. Boop. And then it says never let go. And I believe Detached is the brand, and she was saying that for their brand, all of their profits go to helping mental illness. So definitely check it out. So yeah, Never Let Go and Detached. Yeah, check it out. That's awesome because there definitely needs to be more mental health awareness and help out there. Okay, for reals, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.